Let's take a look at 5 free tools for fast and complete website development from scratch in 2020. Number 5. Since website development starts with website design, we all need to design the website that is later going to become a full and working badass place with hopefully 10 millions of users, so let me present to you a completely free tool called Figma. The whole website or app design process is done in your web browser and stored in the cloud, which means that you can access your worked on design on any PC that has the internet connection and continue the design process from where you left off previously. It offers free tier with some smaller limitations like maximum number of users that can simultaneously work on the same design. And yes, you've heard it correctly, multiple people can work on the exact same design at the exact same time. You can invite other members to work on your design by just using the share option and then inviting them via email and selecting their permissions. They can be invited to either only view the design, which is perfect if you want to invite your client which is not that tech savvy, and let's be honest here, most of them aren't, or edit the design, which would be your colleague designer, for example. What is also amazing is that you have almost exactly the same interface and tools that the Mac-only software called Sketch has, but in this case for completely free. You can create vector art in it with ease, save icons that you create, elements and much more. So make sure to check Figma out, even if design is not your cup of coffee. I know it's tea, but since I always drink coffee, you get it. Number 4. After your website has been designed, it's time to convert the design into a fully working static website. This is where Bootstrap comes into play. Even though not exactly a tool, but a CSS framework, it still has to be included in this list as it helps immensely with quick and easy design to static website conversion while allowing you to have a fully responsive website straight out of the box if you know how to use its grid properly. If not, Bootstrap is one of those things that are worth investing time into and at least learning how to use its grid system, because once you know how to do it, you will use Bootstrap for every project you're working on. It's that good. Number 3. So now you have a fully working static website. Time to actually make it useful instead of just sitting there quiet, serving only the content you have hard-coded in. Hello WordPress. Yes, I know. I'm not the biggest fan of WordPress myself because of the way its infrastructure works and that it relies too much on actions and hooks, so it's hard to keep track of how things are internally connected in larger applications, but for small to medium projects, it's a perfect solution. What is great about WordPress is the development speed it allows. You can set up a brand new WordPress site in less than 10 minutes with all of the basic elements ready to start a website. Select a template from a vast number of available free and premium themes and just edit the site's content and you're done. If simple site is all you need, that is. If you need a more complex site or have a static template coded in HTML and CSS, as you probably do at this point, then you will need to actually learn how to create custom WordPress themes. If you are new to WordPress development, and by development I don't mean you know how to create pages and posts in the WordPress UI dashboard section, but actually code themes, plugins, widgets and other things that are ran under the hood in the background, you will need to warm up your chair for some time in order to learn all of this, and if you don't know PHP already, or programming in general, then you are in for a treat. Treat being learning PHP first and then moving on to learning WordPress. But it's not all bad if you're just beginning with WordPress development, as you can find numerous sources to learn from, either WordPress Codex, which is the official documentation for WordPress, reading a good book on it, or if you're more of a visual learner, like I am, try some of great Udemy courses. Number 2. WordPress ACF, or Advanced Custom Fields. The best thing that happened to me while I was working on some WordPress development project back in the days was discovering ACF plugin. And no, this is not just another WordPress plugin. It is an amazing plugin for developers that allows creating custom fields for all sorts of content in a visual manner on the WordPress dashboard, without the need to code all of them in manually with PHP, registering them by hand in your theme. You just add them in an easy visual manner inside of dashboard in your WordPress backend, choose the post types you wish to attach them to, and they are automatically added in and registered. The only thing you need to do after that is manually call a simple function inside of your actual theme code that would fetch the values you or your client added in for those fields, and you're good to go. It offers normal field values like text and text areas, images, galleries, date pickers, what you see is what you get editors, accordions, Google Maps, repeater fields, you name it. Whatever you can think of. ACF comes in free and paid versions, and without any limitations of use on the free version, only a bit smaller selection of field types that you can use. They are still offering the Pro Developer version for only 100 Australian dollars, which comes down to just 70 US for unlimited websites and one-time payment, but are soon switching to a different paying structure, which will be a subscription-based one. So my advice is, if you are serious about WordPress development, to get the Developer Pro version as soon as possible, since they will allow their old customers to remain on their old plan without the need of recurring payments in the future, even after they switch payment type. Check them out, you won't regret it. Number 1. Hostinger. After you design, code, create a WordPress template, and finish up the custom website development in WordPress and ACF, your website is basically done. Now you will need a place to put it up online so the world can see it, and for this you will of course need a host. This is where I advise using Hostinger, as I never had issues with them. What is also amazing is that you can use them to host your site for free as well, so you can upload your finished site for free, test it up, and maybe even remain on a free hosting plan forever if your website is not going to require too much bandwidth or the advanced features of the paid plans. Check them out and try the free plan, and if you don't like it, no biggie, it's free anyways.